This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Christian Walker finally has his moment for the Houston Astros as he hits the walk-off home run, the two-run shot there in the ninth to send the Astros home winners and to secure a massive early season series win over their number one rival in the American League West, the Seattle Mariners. And what a day for the Houston Astros at Daikin Park. I was about to call it the other name, as they wrap up the 3 out of 4 this weekend against Seattle and in this stretch of 17 days in a row with a baseball game on a high note. Man, it feels good to do a show when we come in here and you got great things to talk about on a Sunday. Welcome to the Locked On Astros Postcast. I'm your host, Michael Connor. Thank you for stopping by. As always, we're live after every game. Make sure that you come back here to this channel and join us. Just about as soon as the game ends, we are live. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. All right, what is it that you're walking away from talking about more than anything else?
This is what you'll be talking about.
I'm going to state the obvious, as always. We're going to get through just how important this series win was for the Astros. We'll also talk a little bit about the A series coming up after the day off tomorrow, which is going to be fantastic, not only for them, but for us as well, to have a day of, look, I love baseball, but you get a day off. Why not? Christian Walker having his moment, like I mentioned, to start the show. This is a guy that expectations were extremely high on him. He is coming off of some good years there in Arizona, and this is a guy that also plays a killer first base. And you're just expecting him to walk right in, even though he's mid-30s. I get it. It freaks me out too. I don't love it by any means. You had a big expectation for him to upgrade a position that was just downright horrible for the Astros last season. And the unfortunate facts, now, so far defensively, he has been a big upgrade. You knew that was going to happen. But offensively, he has been an absolute disaster. He's been Jose Abreu 2.0. No production, strikeouts, you name it. It's just not been good for him. And you can see it. He wears it all the time. And today he finally has a 3-hit game. And he's had some days that looked like, oh, okay, we're 200 at-bats into the season now. And it's not like this is a guy that's like a 280 career hitter. He's a 248 career hitter. But I think what we're all asking for, what we all expected, was this guy to come in and kind of match what he's done in Arizona the last couple of years, where he's been about a 250 hitter and slugged near 500 and had an OPS over 8. It's been the exact opposite of that. It's been down around 200. It's been getting on base at a low clip, which is not encouraging as well. Not enough walks. Slug's been low. OPS is low. There's still a lot of time. That is the truth of it. When you look at a major league season with how many at-bats guys get, you're talking about a guy, because he's going to play every day, he's going to get 600-plus at-bats in the season. So he's still got a runway of like 400-plus at-bats in front of him where he could completely change those numbers still. And, 30,000-foot view of him at the end of the year would tell you, if you just look at the raw numbers, if he gets back to something that's similar, say he just goes and hits about 250 and, drives in close to 100 and hits about 30 home runs, which is a lot. That's a lot of work. I'm not saying he's going to do that. He's got a lot of work to get there. He's got 6 home runs now in the season. 24 of them to go, and it's about to be June. That would be a big rest of the season. But if he does that, there's a guy that, again, you go back and look at all of his years in Arizona, 29, 7 in the COVID year, 10 the following year because he was hurt, then 36, 33, 26. They need him to be a 25 to 30 home run bat. That's what they signed him for. They needed him, and they thought that he was going to be a a fixer to an extent in the middle of the order, something that they've missed. Somebody other than Jordan. They had another guy, of course, traded him away, let the other one walk in free agency. But this is going to be a piece that's going to help you. And as much as I don't like watching him play based off the way that he's played this season, and he gets me as frustrated as anybody else, I'm still rooting for him. And I think everybody else that's out, I think all of you guys that are out there, even though you get mad about him too, I know that you guys are sitting here rooting for him still. We all want him to succeed. We want to see him be the player that he's supposed to be, that he has been. Again, like we did for Jose Abreu. Turns out Jose Abreu was just old and washed more than anything else. I don't know if Christian Walker's washed yet. I doubt that that's the case. But yeah, when you're coming off of that, and you went into this, it's like, ugh. Same kind of scenario. And I just wanted to give it to you guys real quick because I just saw a comment here a second ago comparing the two. And I said he's been Jose Abreu 2.0. And the reason I said that is because the numbers are eerily similar to this point of the season. Abreu was. Now, I'm not talking about Abreu last year. We all know that Abreu last year was the disaster. I'm talking about year one. Abreu, same amount of games when he was an Astros. The only thing he didn't have is home runs, but he was hitting 222 at this point of the year. Walker's been hitting about 200. Walker's, the only thing he's added is power compared to Abreu, which is, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to be the optimist today. Today is the day that Christian Walker has his day and he breaks out. And he's going to be a key piece to this Astros team moving forward. I'm just going to speak it into existence because that was a huge day for him. And that was a huge series win. We've talked about the huge series that this was. This series is, you play 13 games against your division opponents every year now. It used to be 19 back in the day, and you have a little bit more work, a little bit more room to wiggle room when it comes to, winning and losing. It doesn't work that way anymore. They've played now 7 times this year. The Astros have secured 4 wins against Seattle because they dropped 2 out of 3 in the first one when they should have taken 2 out of 3 in that one. The Mariners have been good this season. And they came into Houston, and they were tightly contested ball games. I mean, other than Thursday's game was 9-2, then it was 3-5, 2-1, then 5-3 today. These two are always going to play tightly contested ball games. These two teams know each other, and these two teams are going to battle it out in all likelihood for the American League West the entire season. But this is massive. I mentioned it yesterday. There's only 2 series left against the Mariners. You get them again coming up. I think it was – sorry, I need to pull up my – schedule here. You get them again coming up in July 18th through the 20th in Seattle. And you'll get them one more time at the end of the season in Houston for 3 more, the 19th of September through the 21st. That's it. To win the season series, you have to win 7 games. Correct? Yes. 7 and 6 is 13. Even I can do that math. So the Astros need to win 3 games out of the next 6 that they play against the Seattle Mariners. They just have to go 500. That's it. That's it. And they'll win the season series. That's why this series was mattered so much. That's why taking 3 of 4 was massive. The biggest series that you play against them this season and doing it at home. And he did it on a day-to-day where the pitching matchup also looked on paper like it wasn't going to favor you. And Colton Gordon settled. He got through 5. It was big again. And the Astros got 3 off of Luis Castillo. They pounded out hits all over the place. You see my little graphic there, more hits. That's basically every game in this series, the Astros had a ton of hits. 13 hits in this one today. And I say it over and over because it's the truth. If you keep pounding the baseball, you keep picking up hits, results will eventually follow. And numbers will rise. And we're seeing it in places. Obviously, Isaac Paredes' numbers keep going up every time that he has days. He had a 3-hit day today. Altuve had a phenomenal series. Had, a 3-hit game, a 2-hit game, a 1-hit game, and a 2-hit game. He was tremendous. Walker today was tremendous. Caratini drives in one of your runs. The only guy didn't do anything today, really. Jake Myers, who's been Captain Awesome this year. Diner had a hit. Cam Smith has quietly been really good in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. And then Dubon, he contributed to hit, but he had been good in the month of May to this point. I need to see for myself consistency in terms of results in the win-loss column instead of this up and down, up and down, up and down. I can tell you they are doing things, though, that show signs of them playing better baseball consistently. Now it's about getting the results. Instead of winning one and losing one, you got to win like 3 or 4 or 5 in a row. And then you can lose one. You got to quit flirting with the 500 record level. Maybe this is the start this weekend. They'll get the A's in town after this. We'll talk about that. How we're feeling overall going into it next year on the Locked On Astros Postcast. FanDuel, NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live with player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. If you're new to FanDuel, well, guess what? It's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Winner, chicken dinner for the Astros tonight. They could be having chicken for dinner later. That'd be good. As long as they're eating their protein, right? And they're winning baseball games, hitting the baseball over the fence like Christian Walker did today. I really love the vibe this weekend of handling your business. And we talked about it yesterday. They won yesterday's baseball game on hustle. And today they won today's baseball game on not giving up. That's pretty big. Absolutely big. If they can keep doing stuff like that, maybe all my little worries will go to the side. They want to do it. We want them to do it, and there you go. They got the A's coming in now. Coming up this week. 2-gamer. Weird one that you play a 2-gamer against a division opponent. They're going to play 7:10 on Tuesday and 1:10 on Wednesday before they welcome the Tampa Bay Rays to town. They got another 4. This is a long homestand. So a 10-gamer. But Oakland for a couple. Oakland's, been a team that's started off this season. They started off kind of hot, and they're young, but they're really playing bad baseball. I think they're up to, what is it? Let me pull up the standings. Yeah, they're up to 11 straight losses now. I don't know what they're doing right now, or if they're playing right now, but they have played really bad baseball of late. They're tied with the Phillies at the moment in the 5th inning as we do this show. So they'll probably end up, losing a 12th straight game. They could be coming in on a 12-game losing streak. You don't want to be the team that lets the losing streak end, I can tell you that. But look, the Astros have played well against Oakland in the past. They don't really have much pitching, and they've got some that's the scary part. They can hit. They can bash a little bit. They got some guys that put the ball over the fence. They got some young guys, and they've called up a couple of others this week, I think. But you just got to go out there and play like you did against Seattle, and you'll probably walk out of this with another series win. I'm looking for a quick little 2-game sweep, to be honest with you, and talking about a perfect start to a 10-game homestand. And then you got Tampa coming to town next weekend, where you're going to get a little revenge for what just happened down there in Florida recently, because the Astros did not play their best baseball down there. But of course, when the game wraps up Tuesday night, we'll be right here live for the Locked On Astros Postcast. Make sure you join us for that. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the night tonight. Enjoy your day off that the Astros give you tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, this week, if you're looking for more stuff from me, I will be part of our new Texans Squad show. I'll be tweeting out the details on that. Our first show is Tuesday. These are going to be new shows with Locked On that we're doing twice a week all year long on Houston Texans content. So if you're a Texans fan, and I know a lot of you Astros fans are, just head over to Twitter or X, follow my account, and I'll be sending out the info on our first installment of the Texans Squad show. It's a twice-a-week show, and that's on top of the Astros. Not taking away my Astros stuff. The Astros will be playing that night when we're doing the show. I'll still be doing an Astros show after as well. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll talk again Tuesday night after Astros and A's.